Chelsea 2, Brentford 0. And listen, poor performance, but we got the job done. That's what I'm gonna really look at it like, because there was periods where I thought maybe what is it like? Is Enzo Maresca still on the touchline, or what's going on? You know what I mean? Let's get into it first. Make sure you're liking and subscribing. We're on the road to 2K. You know what I'm saying? I'm so used to saying 1K. I almost slipped up, but we're on the road to 2K. Support the channel by subscribing. Let me know your thoughts about the game in the comments below as well. And yeah, let's get into it. So, I saw the lineup, and anyone that watches my shorts on any of all my other type of content, or maybe seen my other stuff, you'd know I don't really moan as much about the lineup. I saw the lineup, looked at the lineup, I was like, cool. Looked at the bench, and if I remember correctly as well, I was thinking, this is a bit strange. You know what I'm saying? It's a bit strange. But in general, I keep looking at it and I'm thinking, yeah, this should be all right. Like, this should be all right. We shouldn't have any problems. But it's certain individuals that might be in the lineup that you get worried about. So the lineup came out. Obviously, Sanchez is in goal. James was back. He was playing right back. Chalobah Tosin. And this is where I was annoyed. The Unks. Do you know what I'm saying? Unks. You better remember how to jump, because you know what Brentford do. Brentford's not an opposition you just look past and say, yeah, it's all right. You know, they love their throw-ins, their crosses. And that's where we kind of died in the first in the game at Brentford, in the first couple of weeks in the Premier League when we played them. Cucurella was at left back, Caicedo, Enzo in the pivot, Neto on the right, Palmer in the 10, Garnacho on the left. I said his name, my bad. And João Pedro up front. The bench, obviously Jurgensen, Achimpong, Fofana, Badiashile, Hato, Santos, George, Delap, and Gu. Yeah? Now, look at the lineup. I'm thinking, that defense, I'm not really. Chalobah and Tosin together in defense isn't really it for me. Whatever. I'm now looking at the game. The game starts, and they already had the intense from the beginning. I think the only person who I've seen that really, really, really looked up for it in the beginning, and even throughout the game, was Cucurella. In terms of like, even when the ball was going out, he was running to get the ball and just keeping it going. Whereas everyone else was just slowly walking up to the ball, grabbing it, waiting. Even when we attack, it's like Cucurella gets the ball, it goes to 4.9, and then he just, all the spaces ahead of him, but he just slows down and he just stops and he passes it to the guy next to him, and then he passes it to the guy next to him, and he just slows our build-up up. It just slows down our build-up completely. I knew Brentford weren't going to be an easy game. Everyone that knows, I think, from what I remember, this is Liam Rosenior's first win, his first Premier League game anyway. His first win in the Premier League. He's one of I think the second manager since Sarri to win his first Premier League game, and I think that person was Graham Potter. And every time I look at this now and the way we play in, I just feel like we can do more going forward. I think Cole Palmer was poor. Do you know what I'm saying? He's still within himself. Like, he's not as whatever. There was a period even later in the game where he got on a nice counter attack and he weren't even looking up. Those runners off him, I'm thinking someone on the right, someone in midfield, not really releasing the ball. Whereas last season he would just ping that ball across and keep the attack going. And yeah, man, I think, to be fair, we did well defensively. Obviously, we got a clean sheet, so we did do well defensively. But you still got to keep it moving, keep trying. Because when I really started to look at it, we had control here and there. 26th minute, we got that opportunity with João Pedro. Before that, if I'm not mistaken, we had the potential penalty. If it's not before, it was after that. That's how close everything felt. We'll get to the goal, and a couple of deflections, and João Pedro moves it to his left foot and just hits it with his left foot. Good finish, strikes, like roofs it, 1-0. We're quite good. I think the penalty may have come after. I think. Either way, we're in a good position. 32 minutes and onwards, till half time, it was dark, bro. The way they were cutting through us, yeah, from one side of the pitch, they were playing in certain aspects in the game exactly how we should be going forward. Pass, 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 boom, 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 boom. And what do I mean by that? I mean, you get the ball, and if you're going to counter attack a team, or you're going to hit a team on the counter, you have to move the ball quick. Especially with them just crossing the ball into our box and that. And even before the goal, I even forgot. They had an opportunity where someone put the ball through, and he had all the space to put the ball through, yeah. He didn't even try, he was through Tosin's legs. That's what. Because they all, it's going to go through. That's the safest place to pass it, through his legs. The guy overdid it, and then I don't know, Sanchez saved it or went out, and I think that's where we scored the goal. Going forward, I think we maintain possession well to a certain aspect until you pass it to one of the ones on the left, 4.9, or the other guy on the right, who just seems to stutter a lot. I don't necessarily think he was poor, Pedro Neto. I just think you have to be more decisive, bro. Make that decision. Are you going down the line or not? And I just seen it earlier with Bukayo Saka. They're doing that stuttering thing, bro. Why you keep stuttering? Just go right, shoot. Or go right, left, scruss it. Because by the time you slow it down and you start dancing and all that, everyone's in the box. No one's running towards the box. Like you can't time it perfectly where you're putting the ball in and everyone's running onto the ball. It's going to be one of those where by the time you cross it in, it's all behind everyone. Now you have to hope that there's someone at the edge of the box to approach it and still finish it. Like one of those. I think Tosin played well, surprisingly well, because of how badly he lowered his standards. Anyway, he was jumping. Besides the couple of times he got nutmegged, then there was another opportunity that I don't even know if that first or second half, bro. The guy again through the middle, because Reece James never stayed with one of the strikers. That Schade and Thiago, they caused us problems at the back. Damsgaard hit the post. Do you know what I'm saying? When Schade went through with that ball that went through Tosin's leg, yeah, I think it was that one or another one where he hit it and it was the Reece James one. Reece James didn't follow through with him. The free ball through the middle again. Got the ball 1v1 with Sanchez, who made the save. I think Sanchez was probably our best player. Reliable, coming out for all the crosses. I'm just tired of this whole let's crowd the goalkeeper. Like, bro, I think maybe because I'm a Chelsea fan and my goalkeeper ain't the greatest, like he ain't the one I can always rely on. It annoys me because I know that if he doesn't get to it, it'll probably just go into the back of the net because everyone will be ball watching. Or because we get stupid yellows. Because if you keep watching our games, we just keep getting stupid yellow. Enzo Fernandez shouting at or Palmer, he was trying to waste time. He kept the ball was thrown, like them ball boys kept throwing the ball in, especially at the end of the game, like closer to the end of the game. They kept throwing the ball in, and then at some point to delay the restart, Palmer kicked the ball towards the pitch. Even though it was already on the pitch, he kicked it towards the pitch. They had another throw in, and then the guy gave him a yellow. I think Caicedo played well, but in the first half, he was just chasing ghosts, bro, because of positioning. I think the subs made a great impact because we had more control from the subs came in. Do you know what I'm saying? And I'll show you guys what I'm talking about as well, yeah? Give me a second. I'll show you guys what I'm talking about. Because right now, everyone would tell me I'm waffling. Do you know what I'm saying? Everyone would tell me I'm waffling, but this is what I'm talking about, yeah? We had the same amount of big chances created. They had 15 shots and it showed. Do you know what I'm saying? They even had more possession out than us at home. This is why I always tell you, like, the score can say something, but it never tells you the real story because you can score 2 headers from corners and the game's done. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, João Pedro scored 26-minute assist by Enzo Fernandez. Then, 57th minute is when we got all those, all the substitutions started coming in. Andre Santos came in for 4.9, and even 4.9, I have to talk about him, bro. Good ball across the ball from Neto, if I'm not mistaken. And that brother went with his left foot, So imagine he's a left winger. He's approaching the box, similar to what he did at Arsenal. Yeah, the ball's coming across, and instead of hitting it either with his right foot bottom corner or left foot bottom right corner, as in the way he's facing it, he tried to go near post, and it just went whoosh. That would have essentially killed the momentum, and we would have been in a more comfortable position. Instead, we just kept getting attacked. Wesley Fofana came in as well. He done his thing. Do you know what I'm saying? I don't think he had any issues anyway. He done his thing. Finally kept a clean sheet as well. Helped us because Tosin got injured. You know what I'm saying? Liam Delap came on, and like, what is it? 2 minutes later, he managed to get us the penalty. Do you know what I'm saying? So they made their changes. I think Otara also had an opportunity as well, bro. And then later on, we just bought on Hato and Achampong for Reece James and Enzo Fernandez. And this is what I was talking about, bro. Everyone got like an average score or just above average in terms of like sevens and that. You get me? But this Donny didn't because he stunk, bro. Now he genuinely stinks, like, bro. I've seen man finally say they want their money back from United. Like, I've heard all of it now. Because he's so poor. Like, it's hard to explain. He's so poor, bro. Like, he doesn't beat his man. He literally changes direction. And then by the time the guy comes to tackle him, he crosses the ball. So either hit the right back and then it goes out. Or if it goes through his legs or just ahead of him, then it goes into the box. He just spams it into the box. And if it arrives, it arrives. If it doesn't land, then it doesn't land. Neto was a bit better. Palmer, I don't think Palmer was that great. Obviously, on this, if you score a goal, you automatically get a certain number. So it makes you look better than you did before. Do you know what I mean? Like I said, Sanchez was our best player. This ain't man of the match, but he made some really good saves. João Pedro, good goal. And I think he played well as well. Do you know what I'm saying? Enzo Fernandez was losing the ball left, right, and centre, but I think he improved. I think we need Andres Santos as well, man. Kind of helps us because he's better defensively and has more legs. And he's better. He's a bit more press resistant than Enzo Fernandez, bro. Because he moves a bit. Because this guy moves like a sloth. You never really realize it. But this is what I'm saying. Do you know what I mean? If you look at our 2, 4, 5 last 5 games, we got 2 draws, 2 losses, and 1 win, and they've even put in, and this includes the Arsenal game and the Charlton game. So, if we talk the league, the last 3 league games, we got 2 draws, 1 loss. We're below United. They have 1 more win than us. Do you know what I mean? And we've lost a game. I think we've lost 1 game more. So for me, like I said, look, I'm happy with the win. I'm happy with the clean sheets. There's nothing to complain about when it comes to that. But I will improve. We have to start performing better in game. And every time I watch other teams besides Arsenal, do you know what I mean? Because they did whatever, like they don't do anything. Teams just create better chances, bro. Even Brentford, but put the ball out wide, cross it, and it lands to someone, and they go. The ball goes towards the goal. The goalkeeper has to make a save. Risky pass here just to make sure they create something out of nothing. Shoot from outside the box, challenge the goalkeeper. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, they do things to actually affect the game, bro. Like, all this sideways passing and waiting for the perfect opportunity to score. If that perfect opportunity doesn't come, then how you winning the game? When Liverpool played Arsenal and there was no perfect opportunity, obviously they won the game because of the free kick from Szoboszlai. But if that didn't happen, it would have been a draw. So players do have to take risks as well. And that's something that I'm annoyed about when I look at my team sometimes, and we don't always take risks. Last season, cool, we had Palmer, he did things, whatever. But like I said, even he wasn't all that. He started doing the Pedro Neto thing when we put the ball to him out wide. Do you know what I mean? Stop, start, wait for someone to come out. Then he goes, then he stops again, then he stops. Bro, cross it. But look, like I said, I'm happy with the result. I just couldn't see another loss or draw. Do you know what I mean? So I'm happy that we won. But moving forward, I need better performances now. Because I don't really care whether we get top 4 or not. I've got top 4 last season. You know what I mean? I'm trying to see trophies and I'm trying to get more than top 4. I think top 4 is something that we should be getting anyway. It's not something I'm necessarily like gonna celebrate and that. even though we got us in charge, like Matisse in charge or Liam Rossini or whatever. But I think even he has to do better. Cool, his subs is what helped us today, but you know what I mean? Like starting 11 sometimes have to be better, bro. There's certain players that just can't start. Obviously, there's no Gittins and certain players who are still ill. But brother, we can't have this left winger starting constantly, bro. We can't, bro. Cause you just pain. Every time you watch him, you're embarrassed, bro. I could have made it as a footballer. Every time I watch him, I feel like I should have made it as a footballer, bro. If he made it, I could have made it. Why didn't I make it? Every time I watch this 4.9, bro, every single time I feel like, yo, I could have become a footballer, bro. If he could steal a living, why can't I? I don't need 150, 200k, whatever. Obviously, he doesn't get paid that much, but I'll take 30k a week. I think he's on 50 or 40, but I'll take that. I'll take less, bro. You know what I mean? I'll take it. But anyway, big up to everyone that's watched the match reaction. I appreciate everyone. If you stayed all the way to the end, let me know your thoughts about the game in the comments below. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.